evening all. How are we? Are we good? Are we fabulous? I do hope so. Okay, so this evening we'll be doing some art journaling. I say that and I move my journal out the way, so I'll need to have a look for that in just a quick second. You know me, can't find anything. And we're going to be using the Art Stamps Birds and Butterflies, okay? I feel like I've abandoned them recently, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use those. Very excited about it too. Right, so first things first. Where did I put my journal when I was having a bit of a tidy? I genuinely don't know. That's not a good sign, is it? But it's okay. I have, funnily enough, I do have other journals. Believe it or not. But that is bizarre that I have put it to one side so easily. Down here. I remember now. On the right. Righty-ho. Okay, so we are progressing through this journal. Now, like I said, I am trying at the minute to work through it in order, okay? Trying to not skip any pages or anything like that. As much as anything, because I don't want to... I think it's easier to skip the fabric pages, and I don't want to do that because then I'll just have a load of fabric pages to do all in a one. And I don't want to do that. However, I am going to be skipping a page tonight, and it's the back of the fabric page that I did last week, okay? So, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is my Dina Wakley media journal. It's the original media journal. It's the black one. I do have the blue one as well. And in this you have craft pages, white cotton paper, burlap and linen, okay? So this is that's I did that one a couple of weeks ago, this one. That is on an earlier live there on YouTube as well, I'm sure. Last week I did this, and then I did a linen page. So the one I'm not going to do is this one here. I want to give that a bit more thought of what's going to go opposite this green, because it is very green, so I think it's going to either need a recolour or something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the back of this one here. Okay, so we're going to do a white, which means I'll have a linen to do after that anyway. This page also did a couple of weeks ago. That is also on YouTube, if that's where you prefer to catch up. Okay, and this evening I'm going to be using, like I said earlier, the birds and butterflies. Well, I'm going to be using some of them, okay? I've got my birds and butterflies regular, and as you can see, I've gone through several sets of these. And I'm also going to be using the dragonfly set, okay? I'm going to be using some of the small dragonflies up here. I do kind of wish I'd done a big one now, but that's okay. I'm going to attempt to do a white space middle, which is not my wheelhouse. I don't find it easy, but I think that's kind of what makes it fun, isn't it? When I attempt things that we're not even sure I'm capable of. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Now, the reason, do you know what? I'm going to tell you a little truth. Okay. The reason I have also gone for the dragonfly set is because I couldn't find half of my dies for the birds and butterfly set. Now, they've got to be in here somewhere. As they say, it's got to be here somewhere. That's a phrase I despise, but it is true. So I've added in some of the smaller dragonflies so that I had enough. Basically, that's what's happened. Alrighty, so yeah, so the dragonfly set is available with the dies and on its own as stamps, as is the bird and butterfly set, as is the XL version of the birds and butterflies set. Okay, now when you get your birds and butterflies, this is the XL. I thought I'd just get a new one out to show you. Okay, the good thing about the birds and butterflies set is it's got lots on there. Okay, you've got birds, you've got different sizes of butterfly, you've got a dragonfly as well. So I think if you're looking for a set where you can just sort of build up your collection, this is a great one as well. And like I say, it's got the dies for you there as well. But that's available in both the XL size and the regular size to give you an idea of the size difference. Okay, really good for layering up, you know, the two together as well. In fairness, I have seen as well, a lot of the DT have done this as well. These dies are really good for making, Louise Sims also made us some beautiful samples where you use these to cut out sort of like windows, because, you know, they're quite big, these dies, cut out windows and cards as well, and journal pages, so they're really nice to do that too. Okay, so here we go. These, yeah, and here's the problem, you see, I could only find 2 dies off my XL set. I could find 4 off my smaller one and 2 off my XL set. I don't think it surprises you. I wouldn't have thought it surprises you that my things are in that sort of a state. But there you are. Right. So let's move these to the side. Right, so I hope you all had a good bank holiday weekend. So these are the ones I've got cut out ready. I don't know if I'm going to use all of these. So those are from the dragonfly set. These are from the birds and butterflies. We still got a bit of tape. I've obviously cut the tape with a die. There we go. So these are the ones I've cut out ready. Because I won't even show you what happened to my calibre either. Honestly, I've had a right afternoon. I really, really have. I really have. Okay. So I think what we'll do first is, I don't know whether to gesso it or just go on as it is. I don't know, to be honest. Should we just go on as it is? Shall we risk it for a biscuit? Right, I'm just going to put this piece of cardstock under here, because as usual with my Dylusion sprays, I am likely to make a mess. So basically the plan I'm going for, right, is I'm going to do a coloured section up here and a coloured section down here, and I'm going to try my darndest to not put anything there and leave it white. Now, those of you that are regulars here will know this is something Sam is more than capable of doing at any given time. I myself struggle. I think it's plain to see. I like to fill the page. I mean, look, that's white space for me. But generally, I am a filler of the page. Yeah. So this is quite a big ask for me. But it's an ask I've put on myself. No one's asked me to do it. But I'm it's either going to work or it's not. But I figure if I can leave any white space at all, that'll be an achievement for me. And I think that's sometimes one of the best things to do, is just to give yourself a little challenge. You don't have to, obviously. You don't have to, you know, do what you're comfortable with. But, you know, why not? Right, I'm going to stop waffling now. And I'm going to spritz some water up in these corners, okay? Because I'm not going to spray my Dylusion spray. I'm going to drip them on. Okay, and we want them to travel. Okay. I might even spray a bit more on top, but we're going to see how it goes. So if you want to know, that was Calypso Teal. I'm now going to go in a bit darker with After Midnight. Okay. Now, the reason I'm using blues, ladies and gents, boys and girls, this one is Blue Lagoon that's coming in now, which I obviously haven't done this technique before because it's, the top's still on. I've also never used it as a spray. Interesting. Is the blue challenge only has tonight and tomorrow left. You could win a Bee Crafty Stamps voucher if you make something blue with Bee Crafty Stamps. I mean, it's got to be worth a go. You know, use anything you got blue with some Bee Crafty Stamps or Inkables. It doesn't take, technically, it doesn't have to have stamps on it either. Okay. and you could win Bee Crafty Stamps voucher. How good's that? Okay, and then we're going to go in with some London Blue. It's starting to dry out a bit now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my mister again. I want to run that down a little. Well, that's good. That one here, because look, it's got the two colours running, which I very much like. Okay, I'm going to get something to mop that puddle up. Okay, and then I'm going to heat set this one because I really, really like that. Okay, so we're just going to heat set this. And in terms of background colour, this is sort of all I'm planning, which is a massive deal for me. It really is. I'm actually quite excited to see if I can carry it off. I don't know. See if it has any effect on what I've done the other side, but it hasn't. I tend not to worry too much about that. It's just a I wonder if it has sort of thing. Okay. And this is why your dilution sprays are so good for your coverage and stuff like that. Obviously you get excellent coverage if you spray them on, but even if not, you know, if you want to be a bit more economical with them, for example, and use them in this way, you can make them travel so far just by using your mister, just by using your water. Okay, there is quite a lot of blue inspiration over in the Bee Crafty Stamps group for you. You're sure I'm going to cover some of it? Alison? Yeah, me too. Now, here is the thing, okay? Your dilution sprays are not like your gloss sprays, okay? I can heat set all of that, but it's not actually heat setting. It is just drying, because if I go back in with water again, that is going to reactivate. So if you are thinking about adding other colours in, you need to be aware of that, okay? Because that's going to happen. Okay, so from there, I'm going to go to my alternate circles. And I'm going to get one of my little blending mats out. And I'm looking for a blue. I'm actually looking for my prize ribbon. Oh! But my Uncharted Mariner got there first. Okay. So, what I'm trying to do is ink my 6x6 inkable, okay? Now this is, if you go to this, Sam will do you a link to the 6x6 inkable section of the website. If you go to this 6x6, this is, I think, the very first one there, okay? So it's nice and easy to find. Okay. And then I've got the circles on my blending mat. This is the small blending mat. Okay? So from here, so I'm going to lift my blending mat out of the way. And the reason I've done it this way is I could, for example, put those circles on here, but I want to mist them and do it and make it a little bit more fluid, for want of a better description. Okay, so I'm going to get my mister now and we're going to spray those circles. Okay, and we're going to put them there. Over the top. And then we're going to lift them off. here. Okay, and then we're gonna spritz these a bit lighter than that actually. I'm gonna put them there. Move that out of the way. I just want it to sort of be a shadow of a circle rather than an actual circle. Okay, if I'd have wanted a strong circle, I would have obviously blended through here and whatever. Now the cool thing is, well, you'll see here, I might have to lift this up for you just a second. Where the water, I've misted the 6x6 alternate circles there, okay, it's actually wicked away some of the dilutions underneath as well. So in fairness, even if you just did that with water with your Inkables, that would still work, okay? Because what it would do is it would wick away some of the dilution spray. It's so movable, it's so reactive with water, and it just makes it really good fun to play with. Okay? So we're just going to heat set that as well. Like I say, if I get it wet again, it is going to move, but I figure the more I can get it dry, the less pronounced that should be. Okay. We'll leave that little wet bit there. Hopefully I won't smudge it too much with my arm. Okay, I'm just going to stand up a sec so I can show you this. Okay, so you see there where it's sort of wicked that ink away. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I have to be honest, a little bit of yellow's come in off the 6x6 Inkable, and I absolutely love it. Okay, and I'm loving this background. I think it's so beautiful. And yes, I always say don't fall in love with a black background, blah, blah, blah. But in my defence, it's not like anyone ever listens to me anyway. You all fall in love with the backgrounds all the time. So, you know, what does it matter? Okay, now, to mix things up, I think, I'm not going to. I was going to use an easy frame circle, but I'm not. I'm going to use the small easy frame hexagon. The white space is shrinking bit by bit. Shh, Noreen, shh, it's okay. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blend out using my Uncharted Mariner, which I've already lost. It's over here. Alright. So we're going to use the Inky from the 4-inch. Okay, and we're just going to blend a little bit off the edge. Oh, hello. Nothing major. I don't want a really sort of stark frame, and I don't want to cover what's underneath. I just want the shadow of a hexagon. Okay? So you can see that? You make it a bit more pronounced, I suppose, but I'm not gonna. And then I'm going to go over here, do exactly the same in this corner. I'll do a little bit heavier one on this one, at least on a couple of sides. I'm going to lift that off. We've got another hexagon here. Okay. Pretty. Shaz, you're not good at leaving white space. Neither am I, darling. This is. There's some people that have a genuine gift for white space, and they'll be looking at that going, well, that's not white space, love. It's just not. But for me, it is. And that's the thing. For me, it is. Right. Now, we need some coffee stains, I think, here. So, because I've stamped the birds and butterflies I've got in black, I'm going to be stamping my coffee stains in black as well. So I'll be using my Versafine for that. This is not... this obviously I haven't gessoed it, or I haven't used any matte medium or anything on it. So when I stamp directly on this, the texture is going to come through. Okay, If that is not something you want, then obviously stamping on collage paper or something like that, that is the best. That is the best way. Oh, the Bee Crafty stamping tissue should be in next week. I have chased that up today. Obviously with the bank holiday, I couldn't actually get hold of anyone at the end of last week. So I have chased that up, and that should be here next week. Some of the stamping tissue. So that's good news. Okay. So we'll use some more of that next week if it's in by Tuesday. Alrighty, so, but I'm not going to hold my breath, because you never know, do you? So we're going to go in with a coffee stain. That's actually stamped beautifully cleanly. I'm actually really impressed with that. And then, in fact, if I just grab my little complete works of Shakespeare that is always on my desk. Might be a little bit tall actually. Stamp that on there. And then I think we'll go for the little one. This one here. Okay. And then, yeah, exactly. I suppose I have done white space in terms of just leaving more negative space, but even in my black journal on the craft pages, I'm still not good at leaving the space. You know, it doesn't matter what you call it, I still can't do it. Alrighty, and then I'm going to go to, I've only literally put these away today, so that didn't last long. Journal Art Elements 3. Like I said, this is the most recent of the Journal Art Elements. And the whole point of the Journal Art Elements was to basically make stamps out of the bits I draw. And now, obviously, we draw most of our stamps. But the art elements in particular were the things I draw to put in my journal pages. That I didn't, to be honest, didn't really think about at the time. And it's the things people ask me to put in. So this one has got a couple more like design elements that I've put together graphically, and then some hand-drawn stuff as well, because it's what people were asking for. The other two are things I just hand drew. And like I say, it's stuff I add into my journals and things like that. And people say, oh, can you do that in a stamp? Because I like to repeat it. So, you know, if there is anything you ever think, well, I wish they did that as a stamp. Wishing is great. Wishing is good. But if you tell us, it's a much bigger chance of it being made. Okay? Wishing's great. Love it. Love it. However, in terms of yielding results, especially from me and Sam, as much as we like to ridicule our husbands for being, you know, in fairness, Sam's marking isn't too bad. My David, he can't take a hint, bless him. He's a literal man. If you know, if I want something, I have to say. And funnily enough, I'm obviously quite the same. So don't hint at us what you want. Tell us what you want. Okay. So we're gonna go to these hearts here. I love them. You'll see them all through my journal. Both stamped from here and hand drawn in as well. Okay. And a favourite. Can something be a favourite? It's like when I jokingly use the phrase true facts. Well, all facts are true, because if they're not facts, are they? Okay. I'm just going to put a few in there. Right, and then I'm going to stop. I can feel myself creeping into the white space. It's happening. Right, and then I'm going to go for this grid. Now, like I say, because I haven't gessoed this surface or anything like that, I'm not sure how this quite fine grid is going to take, so we'll see. Okay, do you have any stamps with a small script for background? We've got the ledger at the moment, and we did have an Excel script background, and I'm currently in the process of redoing our background stamps, like the bigger ones that are a full size A6, sorry. So I am currently just redoing them at the minute. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Just gonna press all over. And then here as well. And then, if they're still here, yes they are, I'm going to go to, your favourite set is the one you're using. That's me. I'm going to go to the Stitchy Borders. Okay, really, really cool. The one I want is fallen off. They really need cleaned. Okay. Yeah, they really, really do. Would love a set of different font script elements. Right, okay. Okay. I think I know what you mean. I will check with you. I think I know what you mean. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. That one. I was going to change this, but I'm not. I'm going to add it in. So it's just this one stitch. I used to draw all my stitches in, and then I added a few different stitched elements to some of our bigger collage art stamps. And it was like, nope, this could be better. And I have a blue arm. Okay. And then I'm going to use also on Stitch Borders. Now this is one, it is one stamp. Literally everybody on the creative team and Sam that I know of that has this stamp cuts it in half, so you've got a small stitch section in the circles. I keep it all together because my tendency to lose stamps is bad enough without cutting bits off. Okay, that's why. Now, I do have a tendency to misplace. Hence the die predicament of this afternoon. Alright, Alison, leave it with me. And I will get right on that. Okay. So. Let me take my book out of the way. So I think that is coming together rather quickly and lovely. Okay, the journal art elements, Tracy, they are so brilliant because you can just build with them. Do you know what I mean? They just work. It's fabulous. Right, so my thought now is let's put this fella here, maybe here. I don't really want him in the middle of it. It seems too obvious. However, I am going to take, so this dragonfly is off the dragonfly set. This dragonfly is off the birds and butterflies set. And this moth is off the dragonfly set. And then I could put this little guy maybe on here with him. What do we think? What do we think of that? I really like that. I'm just waiting. Okay. Right. So from here, we need some collage medium, don't we? Alrighty. So let me find it. flipping heck. You know when, does everyone remember the beginning of the school holidays when I became in here for hours? Yeah, I do too. Can't find anything again. Oh, something I did quickly want to go through with you. If you ordered over the bank holiday weekend and you took advantage of our freebie offer, they are on the way to you now. So I thought I'd better give you a quick look. These are the Inkables texture tools. Okay, obviously fantastic for mark making with your pen, with your paint, and on your jelly plates and all this sort of thing. Okay, but they're also really good for blending off the edge. All right, so for example, off here, okay, I'm not gonna go over the you could use these for adding in your texture layers. Okay, so although we call them texture tools in terms of paint and texture paste for your mark making, don't disregard them, because that is 10 different edges. Okay, these are available on the website to buy, because we know not everybody was able to do the offer, but that's 10 different edges that you can use to blend off, doodle off, anything like that. Okay, really, really cool. So I just wanted to have a look at those. I might do some more with those once we can get all the jelly plate stuff sorted, but that keeps falling by the wayside at the minute because I see something shiny and I get distracted. Doesn't sound like me at all, does it? No. Right. Texture paste. Okay. So I'm going to put some on him. So I want him in, I want these in the middle, which is why I don't want the bird in the middle. Because that would be making everything just a touch too regular. So I'm using the Distress Matte Collage Matte Medium. And then we will find some words. Okay. Let's sort of sneak him on. All right. Was I a magpie? Probably. Who knows? No, I would like to say not though. Magpies are quite mean. They're mean. Mean birdies. Okay. So now we need some words. Now in all honesty, what I'm thinking is for this, we might go to our inspirational words. Our incredible words, sorry. I wasn't looking properly. Come on, look at all this white space. I do want a round of applause when I'm done. Let's just get that out of the way now. So, do we want to use the new wordy stickers or our incredible words stamps? What do we think? Because I'm easy the other way. Cool. Yes, we will be getting the new shimmer paints. Incredible words. Okay. So, in true Blue Peter style, to be honest, this is from the launch. Honestly, I cut out that many. I've got so many left in my tub, in my tray. I just keep. Yeah. So this was, I was stamping for die cutting, and then these were the only ones I could find the dies for. Yeah. Went well. But it's okay. It's okay. Right. Oh, I quite like Have a Life. Now, all these word stamps are separate, so that as much as anything you can mix and match them with the creativity words as well, because on the creativity words you've got idea, create, dream, you know, so you can have a dream and all this sort of thing, so you can mix and match plus make some words up with here. So it was so it can be used with them as well, because if you like these you'll like them and vice versa. But I quite like the Have a Life across the top of there. What else have we got? Spontaneous, no, I'm not sure that goes. Brilliant might. And amazing might. No, one word. I'm kind of liking. You like wonderful? Well, I suppose wonderful when there's wings. That sort of goes, doesn't it? Right, let me have a snip up of these. Because when I'm cutting up, yeah, so these ones are the incredible words. There is the creativity words, and we do have left as well a few of the creativity words in the large. And Sam has put a link on for those for you now, and they're like they're in a much bigger size. So what I do is when I'm cutting these out, I sort of do a, because I know I can't cut a straight line for toffee, you see. So what I do is I sort of go in and out a bit with each letter. And it sort of gives the impression I'm being really precise. But I'm not. Okay. You could go for incredible as in it's incredible there's still white space. You're not wrong. Have a wonderful life. What, like sort of going down there? I was just trying to like not fill it up. You guys are like enablers. So I was thinking just like one word. I'll take that out. I'm going to get another white bit so that we can just concentrate on the page at hand. You know me, more is more. Well, more is more for me as well, Ali. But you know, you're supposed to be, you know, throw me a bone. What do you think? Like that. Just wonderful. Yeah, I'm doing it. Do it. I'm just going for wonderful. I am, and you can't stop me. Or, I did like the brilliant, no, the wonderful, with the W. Absolutely perfect. Right, here we go. But isn't this very Sammy-esque? So, what I think then, so shouldn't, this is what I think. Right? No, I didn't spontaneously decide to leave white space. It was a plan. And unlike most of my plans, there is still actually white space at the end. I think, as I've done a page that comes naturally to Sam, I think in tomorrow's life, Sam should do one that's very me and fill it. What do you think? In her live and crafting together tomorrow, I think she should do one that's full to bursting. Yeah. Fair. Fair exchange is no robbery, apparently. You know. Hashtag just saying. You can always add the other words. I might do, Ali. I might do. but I'm going to try and resist. It's a challenge, isn't it, Sally? I think she'll find throwing a lot of paint on easier than I will leaving white space, because Sam can actually do that. She has done it before. Whereas this is not something I think comes naturally to me at all. Okay. Right, so this arm's blue and this one's now covered in matte medium, but that's okay. Whilst I have you guys here, we are currently, thank you. That is me complete. I am going to leave it. I'm not saying there might be a few white pen flicks added on later, but it'll be nothing major, I promise. While you're here, we are, believe it or not, making our plans for 2023. And we've actually got some really good ideas, surprising, I know, of stuff we want to do in terms of providing you guys with making content. You know, with videos and short videos and longer videos and all this sort of thing. So if there is anything specific you wish was covered more, or you would like specifically us to cover more, do let us know, because, you know, we want to get the YouTube channel in a place as well where there's lots of different resources depending on what you want to do. And I'm fully aware we need to do better detailed titles so you can find things easier. I totally agree. So, you know, but if there is anything, you know, please let us know. It's, you know, we're making for you, not just the stamps we're designing and the templates we're designing are for you, but also the things we make are to inspire you to get you creating with your Bee Crafty products. Okay? So therefore, if there's anything we can do to help you with that, you have to let us know. I get all into the next year when the kids go back to, we're getting ready to get the kids to go back to school, because I feel like I'm doing something positive, and I'm not very positive when the kids go back to school because I don't like it. I like to keep them. It's more fun that way. Alright then, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Behold my page with space that has nothing in it. It's a shock horror thing. Also, is there stuff you'd like the creative team to blog? Now, in fairness, I think the creative team they never let you down, in all honesty. The creative team with their step-by-steps are a fantastic resource. I think what I'm tempted to do in terms of the creative team is to turn their blog posts into downloadable PDFs as well. So if that is of any interest to anyone, you say that's a good idea, let me know. If you think, well, no, it's fine because it's online anyway, say that's a rubbish idea, don't bother, Bev. It's all there. You know what I mean? We'll take feedback. Any feedback. Because it's all helpful. Okay? If there is anything we can help you with in the immediate future, also let us know about that as well. Okay? We do have like some restocks in the new stuff coming in from Ranger, but we just have to take it in little bits at a time at the minute. Okay? We are, I promise you, doing our best. So thank you so much. Like I say, if you ordered over the weekend, all of that went out today. So hopefully that'll be with you in the next day or so. But, you know, obviously Royal Mail at the minute. But hopefully that'll be with you in the next day or so. And like I say, Sam is in Crafting Together with All Brands tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And I'm sure she's going to do something absolutely amazing. But she seems to disappear. But she seems to have disappeared. But I will say her laptop was playing her up earlier. Me and Sam have had a funny afternoon with, you know, just trying to be productive. So thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, tomorrow is the last day for the blue challenge in the Bee Crafty Stamps group. So grab something that you've made with your Bee Crafty stamps in blue or your Inkables and get it into the challenge. Okay, you could win a voucher for some free stamps, and that is always a good thing. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Bye.